So my name is Giancarla Bodoni, and I'm the culinary director at Monteverdi Hotel, which is a boutique property located in the Val d'Orcia region of Tuscany. And as a former restaurateur out of South Beach, I used to work with Chef's Garden many, many years ago. You know, as I think it was part of destiny to actually meet Farmer Lee and Jamie. We share a dear friend, Rachel Ray, and she brought him over to Tuscany. I've known Rachel for 15 years, met her through my restaurant in Miami. You know, she always spoke to me about this Farmer Lee and, you know, the importance of what he does in agriculture and his relationship with chefs. And so I always had in the back of my mind, I need to meet this man and go to see what he's doing. I was thrilled, and so now being here, I mean, he gave me a tour and a little bird's eye view of what this whole operation is. It's incredible, and I can commend him because I know how difficult it is to do this and to do it the right way.
Come on, this is Faith. She's not quite a year old.
Oh, no, we don't like that. That smells good. That doesn't smell very good.
They're gorgeous. They're so big.
Just sort of reach and put to the backside of your hand first.
Okay, back there.
And then just slide in underneath of her.
They're so warm. They're so warm. My mother didn't really cook. So you know, we traveled. I grew up in many areas of Latin America and the United States, so we were always invited to taste different cuisines. So I think I developed this adventurous palate since I was a child. And, you know, I married a restaurateur back in the day when we started this restaurant. And I think just this curiosity, I love to eat. So that also helped a lot. So I translated my creative process towards the culinary aspect. Because I'm stateside in the winter, we thought this was a perfect opportunity kind of to come over here, get to see the farm, and collaborate on a great dinner. So that's why I'm here. I'm very ingredient driven, so my style of cuisine has been very respectful of the ingredients. And Italian cuisine is about that. It's focused on great ingredients, not extreme manipulation of food. So just seeing the purity and the beauty of these ingredients and their flavor, I think, you know, a lot of people have forgotten what real food tastes like. Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful. How many varieties of carrots do you have?
Well, I only have two here. I think
like,
there's some red ones. They might be, but it looks like they're not quite. We'll walk over that way and check.
There's around 6.
There's about 6 here.
I mean, we have these little service pieces with like a little nail in it. And you could just dress this or maybe like put little herbs or something in there.
Yeah. It just inspires you to, as a chef, to raise that ingredient to a level not without, you know, confusing things so that it stands on its own and you can appreciate not only the visual, because the vegetables are so beautiful, their colors, their sizes, everything. And then that translates, because they've been grown with so much care, into tremendous flavor. Just sharing the beauty and grace of these ingredients is so inspiring. We're gonna start with a couple of hors d'oeuvres. So Jamie and I have collaborated different courses. We're all adding to each course some of our inspirations. We were walking actually at Farmer Lee and Jamie the other day through the greenhouse, and we saw this Farmer Lee and Jamie showed me these kale flowers that are just beautiful. So we thought, why don't we give the flowers to the ladies, just this beautiful flower, just presented very simply with a couple of little, you know, accents that we've come up with. And the gentleman, there's a really nice little cookie in Italy called the baci di dama, which is the dame's kiss. And then a beautiful soup, a sunchoke soup with some mussels and a little herb and chive oil. Then we're gonna present everybody with a little taste of candy-shaped ravioli. while we get the peachy cacio e pepe, which is a classic, not only in Tuscany, but also in the Lazio region. So it's a long noodle, handmade pasta that we made fresh and with a pecorino cheese. I always call it, it's the Italian macaroni and cheese. That's a pleaser. People love that. And then Jamie did this beautiful monkfish with this amazing array of beautiful daikons and radishes in all the different colors with some caviar. It's absolutely a beautiful dish. And then I'm finishing with a short rib. Short rib with a risotto that has been creamed into a sauce. And these beautiful little beets to accompany the dish. I've always been a painter and artist, so when I got into the restaurant business, I said, well, I got to do something creative if I'm going to be in this business. So I learned to cook. I always say instead of having colors, I have ingredients. So the process is the same for me. Whether I develop a painting or a dish, I have that same process. And just a lot of the creativity that I've seen in this kitchen, I repeat, Jamie is a tremendously creative chef. I admire him and respect him very much. So yeah, it kind of fuels you, creatively when you're surrounded by just these components that are so ideal to create if you're a creative chef. I see the food industry that is so bastardized and not to the advantage of our health and the individuals and the population. So that's a really important thing. And I've always, every year, I continue to push that, not only as a philosophy or culinary philosophy at Monteverdi, but in your everyday interactions. I have a beautiful culinary academy where I interact with guests, teach them, prepare dinners for them. So that's always a message that for me I try to relay. And it's very well received. Certainly don't want to be educating people, but I think a lot of people appreciate, the information. A lot of people, you shop in the supermarket, but they don't understand the sacrifice and the effort that goes into creating a bottle of olive oil or a wine or a cheese. So I love to, introduce people to that experience. It is life-changing. And hopefully when they go to the store next time, they'll, before they buy a cheese from, I don't know, a massive production, they'll go to the niche and the small operators that need so much our support.